These cards. It's mythical goddess tarot. So it just uses all of the feminine goddess inspiration. And I need 2 hands for this. Give me 1 second. So basically, when one card falls out the deck or several, it will resonate. So maybe, Sydney, this is for you and your birthday gift. So I want to try to merge this with expressing yourself. Because it's okay to express yourself. It's fine. But as long as you naturally are expressing yourself. So I just posted about the Harry Styles video or Vogue photo shoot. The manipulation card popped up. See? So that's great because you want to, if you guys can hear me, follow your own instinct. Follow your own heart. Don't be manipulated. Just because Hollywood does something doesn't mean you do it. Right? Hi, Joanne. Balance also fell out of my deck. The key to balance. Oh, look, and there's a wind. So we know wind goes one direction, right? Harry Styles. Wind has a lot to do with the air. Air has to do with oxygen, life, breathing. You always got to balance yourself. Oh. Balance, balance, balance. I would say, like, I was talking to someone earlier today, and he was talking about mistakes. And I said, well, balance it out. If you make a mistake, is it really a mistake or is it an experience? Because experiences allow you to grow, right? It's only a mistake if you sabotage yourself mentally. So many of these fell out. The Earth card popped out, and this one says failure. Now, this doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means that at times that we feel that we're not progressing forward, the sabotage kicks in. And when we sabotage ourselves mentally, emotionally, it will decline us from continuing to doing what we're supposed to do or what we feel. Or let's say that you want a new hairstyle, but then you consider all the negatives that people would say, and then you defeat yourself mentally. So that would be the failure card. And Earth is all elements, meaning that anything goes. Okay. Let's do this one, child, Innocence. I like this card because I said this the other day. My phone is slipping. Stop. I was sharing this with my my neighbor about the inner child, seeking the inner child, being the inner child. You know, or now's the time to be your inner child. You know, because a lot of us, well, here in California, we're still in lockdown status. So I was thinking, for me, do I want to have a beer? Do I want popcorn? Or do I want ice cream? And then the inner child said, have all 3. So yeah, I had a beer. Then an hour later, I had popcorn. I just finished ice cream. Nee. And it does look like plague symbol. So Earth card popped up again. This one's Ascension. So this is gonna be weird, but there's a lot of us who are new age spiritual people. So we understand that this November to December is like what we call the final shift of our ascension process. It's been going on for 7 years. It was a 7 year cycle, but then it took 7 years prior to that for people to awaken. And long story short, it just means that you realize that the world that we live in is not actually what it's projected to be. There's all these illusions and falsehoods and different things that, like the card earlier, manipulation. Everything's manipulation. If you, like for me, I have to use manipulation to teach a dance. I'm genuine about it, but in order to manipulate someone to come back, I have to do a good class. In order to have a good class, I gotta have music that is catchy. In order to teach people how to move to good music, I have to pick moves that are simple, but I also have to put some moves out there that make people go, ooh, I want to learn how to do that. So I have to really dig in the brain. But ascension means like everything's moving along, so it's kind of like trust yourself. I think the best example, don't kill me for this, people. Excuse me, I'm having hiccups. This whole election thing, because I'm an oracle and I tell people I can foresee that the tables are going to turn by December 13th. And then you're going to see something reveal by the 17th, and it will shock everybody. So it will kind of be ugly for 3 days when the things flip. My TV just did something weird. Some people don't believe I have this gift, but I do. So if the election results, because right now it was President-elect Biden, but then it went to projection, and projection just means, where's the card at? So if manipulation is to keep you calm before the storm, it's a projection. And then when everyone sees that the projection is not legitimate, it's not balanced, what happens is people are going to think they failed. People are going to think the world has failed. We're going to lose the sense of our child, or go back to our inner child and just say, oh, screw it, who cares? Fun. And then that's when you arise to knowing your inner self. And a lot of times you have to look at corruption and suffering and negativity as a form of building your inner self and kind of structuring how you respond to things. So a lot of times if I respond to something, I don't judge it. And I think that's what a lot of people don't like about me, is that I'm petty, but I'm not rational. Irrational? I'm petty because there are things that stick out and they're obvious. And I'll say, look at that, that's obvious. And then somebody would challenge me and say, no, it's not. I'm like, if you look at it, it is obvious. Some people don't want to believe it. So just the fact that they don't want to believe it, not my problem. Not my problem. It's petty. Petty. I was watching Deadpool today, part 2, and I forget the character's name, but it's the girl with the afro, and her superpower was luck. And I really thought about that, and I was like, wow, manifestation is her, and I'm building on what Nee said here. Ethical manipulation equals manifest, which is true. If you work at something and you're putting in all of your tools, your intentions, your setting, your tone, the result is manifestation. If you want something, you want to get it, figure it out. No one's going to tell you how to do it. Kind of like this whole pandemic situation. It was just survive. Here's a check. Spend it how you want. Here, get your unemployment. Spend it how you want. And it just, no one tells you invest in this and get your cash out of Bitcoin and move over to cryptocurrency. No one told you that. No one told you to get indoor plant seeds in case you might need to. People don't. It's a conspiracy theory. All right, so I picked these. Fell out, and I think these have a lot to do with where we are now in terms of our expression. So I know I titled this expression, and we always think expression is extroverted, but we can also do an introverted expression, kind of like my Harry Styles posts. I was just kind of like judging, but I'm not judging. Like, if it's natural for him to want to do that, I would understand. But to be on the cover of Vogue, and then they'll say, oh, we have this great idea. Like, so you're going to wear a dress. It's going to be like avant-garde. And he just goes with it, gets his check. His $1 million check for pushing a gender role that's unidentified. You know what I mean? So that was like judging, but not judging. So inner self expression. This means how you see yourself in the mirror. Or how do you speak to yourself? I don't know how to say this. It's kind of like when you are alone by yourself. How do you express yourself by yourself? Our neutral, do not answer that question. You nasty. All right, so the card came up with centering, meditation, what I started doing in the beginning of the week, and then I forgot to do the live streams of I want to do like a daily meditation, but then it's just kind of like, I'm still going through my own motions personally, and it's not fair to show people one side of this guy who knows how to do breathing techniques, but then like I'm still constantly going through circumstances. It's kind of not fair. So centering. When I'm centered, I will do such and such. Centered could also mean, I'm not going to drink a glass of wine today, or I'm not going to go have a cigarette, just as an example. Like you're taking that isolation time to just focus on yourself. Or like what I'm doing right now is there's a TV show called Story of Mankind. So then what also came up, are you ready?
Are you going to start on live?
Yeah, I'll finish very quickly. My bad. We have the ace card. And ace just means that it's leadership. Like ace of spades, right? Patience. It's all boobies. Yeah, patience. With patience comes rewards, right? But also you gotta have boundaries. Don't overindulge when you're alone, because if you die, who's gonna know? Just being real, right? Everyone has. I said this to someone today who was talking about mistakes. I said, everyone has a poison. That's just the whole point of the human. It's just what it is. Everyone has a poison, or everyone has an enemy in their head. So it just is a matter of how you moderate yourself in the atmosphere of anything that might trigger your poison. Let's say you spend money when you shouldn't. You should save money. Spending money is a poison. Having material things, it's a poison. Smoking weed can be a poison if you cannot control yourself. Like I know somebody who cheats all day. And I've been telling people, when you go into a stasis, a subconscious place in your mind, because it's being manipulated by an herb, you can eventually self-manipulate yourself and become in a psychosis where you can't separate reality from, hallucination. 2 more cards and I'm going away. Isolation. Didn't I say that earlier? So self-expression to yourself could also just be, let me decorate my home, right? Let me like dress this up to where it fits my character, my personality, or when I come home, I feel comfortable and relaxed. So that's your isolation card. And then the last one is wise woman. I'm going to read this because I don't know what this one means. And the book is under my phone. Wise woman. So her name is Sophia and her zodiac is in Taurus. Ugh. Why does Taurus always come? Like, you know, when you guys date somebody always has to be a Taurus or a Pisces or a damn Aries. Ugh. All right, Sophia is the wise woman who can be invoked, which means getting her attention, but is also present in you. So attention towards herself, right? Her fire of knowledge is on earth. Her sacred will connects with you as you find yourself. Her sacred will connects with you as you find your own will to radiate your own light of your own conscious knowing, meaning follow your own gut instinct. If your gut instinct and your responses separate yourself from other people, maybe you're on the right path, right? Having your own voice. Sophia leads you on the highest path of learning life's profound lessons. She assists you in walking in this knowledge in your world, meaning the world we all share, because there is no separate realities. Like a lot of people say, like, my reality is different than your reality. I'm like, look, we are in the same space. We're breathing the same air. See that tree? We both see the tree. All right. Last part says, as your spiritual understanding quickens, you activate spiritual understanding in others. And that to me is what the true meaning of expression is. That's what I always share with a lot of people. When I speak, dance, I post something, it's really not about me. It's all from me to someone else to make someone feel better or to make someone laugh. It's all about amplified vibration is what I call it, what we call it. Hi, Jen. We do see the same tree. And the last part of the sentence says, you activate spiritual understanding in others. You are reminded to consult the light of spirit to be shown the way. So even when, like I was saying to this guy earlier, even in your mistakes, we call it darkness. It doesn't mean evil. So maybe within the dark side of what you're doing or the feelings of the negative, what you're doing, maybe there is a need to put some, don't take this the wrong way. Sometimes darkness needs a little bit of love. You know, we have to love the opposition or embrace the opposition and allow the opposition to integrate with the good, right? It's a kind of bringing it over. So instead of going, oh, I just feel so stupid because don't do that. Just be like, you know, I did what I did. And I'm going to get a glass of wine. And tomorrow's a new day. You know, embrace yourself. And look at that. I just got a calendar. But I like the word. It says, love the journey. Sometimes the journey pisses me off, though. I ain't gonna lie. The journey gets on my nerves. The journey is so... It hurts. I have to put on my shoes. Me and Shannon are going to the liquor store. Shannon, you still there? Oh my gosh, you're still there! Say hi, everybody. I'll put you on blast.
Can you even see me?
Yeah, your silhouette. Look. Bow. She got a silhouette. Ew. I'm the only one dipping and rolling. Ew. Okay, I put on my shoes. Yep. Love the journey. You may not like the speed bumps and the circumstances, but everything allows you to grow, everything allows you to learn. And with that said, I'm going to go. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Bye.